Will Ingram is a young commoner guided by his grandfather Brian. Brian spent over 40 years as an adjuster on the forest and enjoys handing on a wealth of experience to his grandson.
An adjuster's job is, he's got an area that he's got to cover. He's got to check all the animals that are in the forest. He's supposed to ride his horse, regular around the area. I've been in Forest Ponies ever since I was about 12. But if you get a pony that has been bred on the forest, they're very sure-footed, they are. And I think overall, out of the breeds, I think they're one of the best ponies there is. Well, yes, I am proud of Will because, Will was growing up very fast. I just hope that he will continue in the commoning. I know when I said to him once about what are you going to do, he said, I'd like to be a farmer and a rugby player.
He gives us a lot of advice on ponies and how to catch them and just keeping them out there on the forest. He was a head adjuster, so it's good to learn because he would have done most of the work in the forest back in the day. I'm called a commoner because I keep my ponies and cattle and such like donkeys out on the forest and go out there and check them and ride on horseback and round them up and just keep them living on the forest. There can be a few frustrating times, but most of the time it's all right. Coming out here and going out across the forest is quite nice.
The boys were given ponies, I think, from the minute they were born, from their various relatives that have already got ponies. So they've had them from the word go. And then we've gradually over the years, as our mares have had foals that have had fillies, we got them a brand and we've branded them with their brand so that they had good ponies coming on for the future. Between them, they're carrying on what our generation done and what the generation before them done. So I'm really pleased that they're interested in it.
Me and Tristan, we're both commoners. We've both got our own cattle out here and we've both got our own ponies, a few donkeys as well. Most of our mares are out in the forest, that they stay out there all year, except from if they need coming in if they're poor, or we're gonna put them in with a stallion. We have some brood mares that we keep in that are for proper riders that we try and breed on, which we try and keep them a bit quiet so the foals might come half quiet again. We feed them probably every 2 to 3 days and go around there, just check them while we're down there. And then the ones on the forest, we don't feed them at all. They just live out there eating gorse or holly, just grass. They live out there all year round. The new Forest Point is a race for people over the age of 10 and up to whatever age you want to keep racing. For the kids it's a 1.5 mile race and then the adults it's a 3 mile race. It's real good fun. It's a good tradition from the forest that's kept going for many years. There's people along the race that roughly direct you, but you have to learn your place across the forest and they give you the finish and then you have to roughly make a path and try and find your way to the end as quick as you can. Mum's got her own ponies at home and horses, so we have to keep the fields up and going, doing some chain iron and rolling come springtime. Yeah, I don't mind driving a tractor. It's an easy job, but it can be a bit of a long job as well, that you just sort of sit there the whole time not doing anything. We got a little Jack Russell dog and she's a lovely little dog. She's good company. She sits there, you got someone to talk to. Well, occasionally we go out as a family, not always, but sometimes we'll go out as a nice family ride and we'll go out and try and see if we want to catch something or just want to check up on our ponies. We just go out and usually, well, sometimes we won't find them, but most of the time you'll be able to see them because you know where they run. This is Magic. He's a pure New Forest. He's about 11-year-old and he's just a very nice pony. Nice plod to just go around on, catching ponies on. He's nice to just go around with.
Generally your ponies stay within a sort of a couple of mile radius of where they always run. But some days you'll come out if the sun's out or if it's really cold, they'll be up behind gorse bushes where they don't normally get, or if it's really warm, they'll be out in sunny, breezy areas. So not every time that you go out that you bump into the ponies that you're looking for, but you give them a couple of days and you can generally bump into them.
I do love this out here because it's freedom. You can go wherever you want really, like once you're on a horse, and it's nice to have your own animals that you just look after yourself. It's lovely to have like the surroundings like these because you're so blessed that you can come out here and do whatever you want really, and it's just there 24/7 all of the year. It's so lucky to have it really.